Hi friends, good afternoon to everyone. Um, Due to some technical issue, I haven't tried to do making you video. I have been completing. Sorry, I have been connecting my previous video to today's video. I have been explained types of constitution in that last video. In that, I have explained about unitary constitution. Now we are going to federal constitution, friend. I'll give a brief to you about unitary constitution. Unitary constitution has major power at parliament and it delegates the power to states. It's the main definition of unitary constitution. But coming to federal constitution, we don't know what is proper definition of federal constitution. So we will compare federal constitution to, not only we, those who are considering with federal constitution, everyone will compare federal constitution with the US federal constitution, because it is the oldest federal constitution in the world. So every person, those who have 5 satisfactory characters of federal constitution, it will be matched with US constitution. So what are the characters of federal constitution? There are 5 characteristics of federal constitution. First one is dual government, second one is distribution of powers, third one is written constitution, fourth rigid or supreme, and finally independent judiciary. So in this dual government, it means the powers, the government should be dual. It means some of the power rest with center and some of the powers rest with state. So this is drawn from schedule 7. We have schedule 7. There is 3 lists: union list, state list and concurrent list, and it belongs to concurrent list. So dual government is there, and there is distribution of powers. Powers will be distributed to equally for every state. And here we have written constitution, and here supreme power will be with supremacy will be there, rigid or supremacy. This has been drawn from joint act of both center and state. Independent judiciary, in federal constitution we have independent judiciary. It means judiciary is the guardian of the constitution. So comparing to all these, our Indian constitution is not purely federal constitution. Indian constitution, we call it as quasi-federal. It's like a characteristic like an amphibian. Amphibian means it's for example frog. It can be sustained on land and it can be sustained on water also. So it can change according to their availability of sustenance. So one more information I'm liking to add you friends, that is Indian constitution is basically a unitary constitution which is subsidiary of federal features, vice versa. Same will be done by unitary also. Indian constitution is basically a unitary constitution which is subsidiary of federal feature. Note this friend. This will be useful in your mains answer writing. So for being a federal constitution, 5 things should be justified. Whatever I have been explained to you, that these 5 should be justified for being a federal constitution. So in that, what is rigid or supreme? I will explain this friends. Rigid, it means, suppose rigidity of the constitution means only the center should have the power to amend the constitution. Do you obey it, friends? No. Rigidity means both the center and state has the power to amend the constitution. It means both the center and state has the power to amend the constitution. No state can have the power to amend it, or no center has the power to amend it. Both state and center has the power to amend the constitution in federal constitution. This is called rigidity or supreme. So it has been brought from joint act of both center and state in our constitution. It is just like sui generis. It means both center and state have the power to amend. This is called sui generis. So this is all about federal constitution, friends. One more point I would like to add: only at the time of emergency our constitution become unitary. Only if, but it's a federal constitution. At emergency times our constitution will become unitary only if friend. But it's federal feature. It is a federal constitution. When it will be federal constitution. So at emergency times, by Article 350 6. President's rules can be imposed when it is necessary. Article 246 under normal conditions has the power to amend land laws on ordinance policies. These are in the emergency, but it can emergency in the center. It is emergency at center. This is all about federal constitution, friends. If there is any doubt, you can comment me in your comment box. So please like and share. Your small like will be boosting for me, friends, to make further video. If any mistake I have done, just clarify me. If any experienced persons have been watching, just send me the feedback. If you like it, just like the video, friend, and I am furtherly forwarding to other classes. This is all about federal constitution, friends. There are 5 features should be satisfied for federal constitution: dual government, distribution of powers, written constitution, rigid or supreme, independent judiciary, and finally our Indian constitution is quasi-federal. Its character is like amphibian. This is all about federal constitution, friend. Thank you for your patience and thank you for listening. Just make it like and share, bro, and brother and sisters. Thank you for your patience.